What heaven does when you help someone in secret. Heaven erupted. Padre Pio watched angels descend with speed he had never witnessed before. Not slowly. Not cautiously. With urgency. A man had just helped someone. Quietly. In darkness. No one had seen. He had not told anyone. He had not sought recognition. But heaven had seen everything. And the response was immediate. The vision came to Padre Pio without warning. Not during prayer. Not during Massachusetts. It arrived in an ordinary moment, and the power of it struck him before he understood what he was witnessing. The vision opened. Padre Pio saw a man walking through a dark street. Late evening. The man was returning home from work. Tired. Worn. He carried little money. Barely enough for his own family. Then he saw someone. A woman. Elderly. Sitting against a wall. Shivering. Hungry. The man stopped. He looked at her. He looked at the coins in his pocket. He had a choice. He could walk past. No one would know. No one would judge him. He had his own needs. His own family. His own struggles. But he knelt down. He placed half his coins in her hand. He said nothing. He did not wait for thanks. He did not linger. He simply stood and walked away. The woman never saw his face. And that is when heaven moved. Padre Pio watched the spiritual realm explode into action. Angels descended instantly. Not one. Not two. A multitude. They surrounded the man. They moved with purpose. With power. One angel went ahead of the man. Clearing obstacles he would face tomorrow. Problems that would have crushed him were removed before they could form. Another angel returned to the man's home. His family. His children. Grace descended on them. Protection settled over them. Provision began moving toward them through channels the man would never trace. A third angel remained with the woman. The coins the man had given multiplied in effect. What should have bought one meal bought 3. What should have lasted one day lasted a week. Heaven had responded to the secret gift as though it were the most important transaction in the universe. Padre Pio felt shock settle over him. He had seen people give before. He had seen charity. He had seen donations. But this response was different. More powerful. More immediate. More complete. Why? What made this gift different from all the others he had witnessed? The vision paused. Padre Pio waited. Heaven did not explain. It only continued to show. He saw another person. A wealthy man. He too saw someone in need. He too gave money. But he gave publicly. He made sure others saw. He announced the amount. He waited for recognition. The spiritual realm remained still. No angels descended. No multiplication occurred. No protection flowed. The man received what he sought. Human praise. Human recognition. But heaven gave nothing more. Padre Pio looked closer. Both men had given. Both had helped someone in need. To human eyes, the actions appeared similar. But heaven saw deeper. The first man's gift had cost him something. He had given from his lack. He had sacrificed. And he had done it in secret. Not to be seen. Not to be praised. The second man's gift had cost him nothing. He had given from his excess. And he had done it publicly. To be seen. To be praised. Heaven responds to what is hidden. Not to what is displayed. Weeks later, something shocked Padre Pio. The angels hadn't left the first man. They were still there. Still watching. Still acting. And what they did next revealed the secret most people never learn about giving. The man faced a crisis. His work had failed. His income had stopped. He had no way to provide for his family. Fear gripped him. But the angels moved. Opportunities appeared that should not have existed. Doors opened that should have been closed. People helped him without knowing why. Provision came from unexpected directions. The man never connected it to the night he helped the elderly woman. He thought it was luck. Coincidence. Fortune. But Padre Pio saw the truth. Heaven was still responding to the secret gift. The angels had never stopped working. The hidden act had set something in motion that continued to flow. Nothing moved for a long moment. Then the vision deepened. Padre Pio began to see the pattern heaven was revealing. The acts that summoned heaven's response were not the largest. Not the most public. Not the most impressive. Not the ones people celebrated or remembered. They were the most hidden. The souls that brought heaven to immediate action were those whose help carried a specific quality. It was not about the amount given. It was about the motive. It was about secrecy. It was about purity of heart. These souls did not help to be seen. They helped because they saw need. And heaven cannot resist that. At first, Padre Pio saw only the outward act. Both men had given money. Both had helped someone. But heaven saw what motivated the giving. Heaven saw the heart behind the hand. The first man's help had been pure. No audience. No witness. No reward expected. He had given because giving was right. Because someone needed help. Because he could do something even if it cost him. The second man's help had been calculated. He gave to be seen. To be thought generous. To build reputation. The help was real. But the motive was corrupted. And heaven responds to motive, not to action alone. The vision paused again. Padre Pio felt heaven preparing to reveal something deeper. Not just what happened when people helped in secret, but why heaven responded so powerfully. The silence stretched. His breathing slowed. The room felt heavier. Then the vision resumed, but differently now. Padre Pio saw that heaven does not respond to displays. Heaven responds to hidden righteousness. Acts done in secret reveal the true state of the soul. When someone helps publicly, the motive is mixed. Is it love? Or is it image? Is it compassion? Or is it reputation? The soul cannot be certain. The audience complicates everything. But when someone helps in secret, the motive is clear. There is no audience to impress. No reputation to build. No praise to gain. The act is pure. And purity moves heaven. A soul that helps in secret has released the need for human approval. It has stopped performing. It has stopped calculating what others think. It simply acts because acting is right. And that kind of righteousness summons heaven's full response. A soul that helps publicly has not released the need for approval. It still performs. It still calculates. It wants human reward. And human reward is all it receives. Heaven adds nothing to what people have already given. Padre Pio understood now what made the difference. Secret help is not about the size of the gift. Not about the cost. Not about the sacrifice. It is about the absence of audience. The soul acts when no one is watching. Gives when no one will know. Helps when no one will praise. That secrecy proves the heart is pure. That privacy reveals the motive is clean. He saw another example. A woman who saw a struggling family. She wanted to help. But she did not want recognition. So she left food at their door at night. Anonymous. Untraceable. She did this for months. Week after week. The family never knew who helped them. They looked for their benefactor. They asked neighbors. They searched. But the woman never revealed herself. She kept the secret perfectly. The woman never told anyone. Not her husband. Not her children. Not her closest friends. She carried it in silence. Padre Pio watched angels surround this woman. Every night she gave, heaven responded. Her own needs were met before she asked. Her own struggles were resolved before they became crises. Her family prospered in ways that seemed like fortune but were actually angels working. Her children avoided dangers she never knew threatened them. The woman never connected her blessings to her secret giving. She thought she was just fortunate. But Padre Pio saw the angels working. They never stopped. The secret gifts had opened heaven's storehouses over her life. The vision shifted once more. Padre Pio now saw something that disturbed him deeply. He saw people who had learned about this. They had learned that secret help brings heaven's response. And they began to perform secret help. Not from love. From calculation. They helped in secret. But they kept records. They told trusted friends. They made sure someone knew. They gave anonymously. But they found ways to hint at their generosity. Heaven remained still. No angels descended. No multiplication occurred. No special grace flowed. Padre Pio watched one such person. A man who had heard that secret giving brings divine reward. He wanted that reward desperately. So he gave secretly. But he told his wife. He mentioned it in vague terms to friends. He kept a mental record of everything he gave. His help was technically secret. The recipients did not know who helped them. But his heart was not secret. His motive was not hidden. Heaven saw through it. The secrecy was performance. The motive was reward. And heaven does not respond to performance. Only to purity. True secret help cannot be calculated. It cannot be leveraged. The moment someone helps in secret while expecting divine return, it stops being secret in the way heaven counts. The secret must be absolute. Not just from the recipient. But from everyone. The vision began to fade. Padre Pio remained still. He would never teach this as a technique. He would never tell people to help secretly in order to gain heaven's favor. That would corrupt the very thing that made it work. But he would say quietly to those who came to him. When you help someone, do it when no one is watching. Give when no one will know. Act when no one will praise you. Not to gain heaven's favor. But because it is right. Because someone needs help. And do not tell anyone. Not to be humble. But because the telling corrupts the act. The moment you speak of it, it becomes performance. Keep it between you and God alone. Let heaven be your only witness. Do not keep track. Do not remember what you gave. Do not calculate what you are owed. Just help. And release it. And move forward. And watch what happens. Watch how heaven responds to that kind of purity. Watch how angels move when righteousness is truly hidden. He sat in silence long after the vision ended. The room felt different now. Not heavier. Not lighter. Just charged with quiet truth. The truth remained with him. Not as technique. But as reality. Heaven responds to secret help immediately. Not because heaven is impressed by the secrecy. But because secrecy reveals purity. And purity opens the floodgates of grace. The kind of grace that changes everything. The kind heaven waits to give.